How's it going, guys? Just a quick PSA for you all. First of all, you're still going to be getting your daily dose of Wi-Fi battles from me. That's not going to change. However, I did make a second channel. On this channel, I'll be covering all Nintendo games as they come out and similar Nintendo-esque games as well. For example, we're currently covering Little Kitty Big City and Princess Peach Showtime. If you're interested in seeing me play other games apart from Pokemon, then be sure to go check out the new channel and join me on this new journey. Now with that out of the way, let's get into the video. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Wi-Fi battle. Today we're having a battle versus Cody in the UU tier. Let me know who you think is going to win based on the teams you see on screen right now, and please like and subscribe for more videos like this one. With that being said, let's jump straight into the game. And the battle begins. Good luck, have fun, Cody. So they're going to lead off with Dodrio. Nice and shiny, gotta love it. We lead off with Blastoise. Now, the great thing about this is it's not Blastoise, it's Zoroark for a start, Zoroark. So we can go straight for a Hyper Voice here, and there's a good chance they'll switch out into their own Blastoise here to counteract our Shell Smash, because it might look like we're going to Shell Smash straight away. So I'm going to Hyper Voice real quick. They go for a Body Slam, and they miss. They got Zoroarked. Cody got Zoroarked. I'm sorry, Cody. It happens. It happens to the best of us. So now I'm going to go for a Hyper Voice once again. They may go for a Brave Bird and sack the Dodrio off to the recoil just to get my Focus Sash broken, but at the same time, so they withdraw the Dodrio, which is interesting. What are they going to go into, though? Donphan. Donphan's not going to take this too well unless it's Assault Vest. I'm assuming it's Assault Vest if they've brought it in like this. So we go for another Hyper Voice. Yeah, that's Assault Vest. That's Assault Vest if I've ever seen it. So now we know it's going to go for probably an Earthquake or a knockoff. So I'm going to go into my nice and powerful Weezing. I don't mind Weezing being knocked off. Something's going to be knocked off. So if it's going to be anything, it's going to be Weezing. So I can't believe we Zoroarked them. Nice. Cody, I'm so sorry. They do go for a knockoff though, expecting, well, obviously go for the KO on the Zoroark, but also to knock off anything's item, which is a good play. Now we can freely go for a Will-O-Wisp, and that's going to be beneficial to us no matter what we burn. Even the Blastoise to an extent. So they withdraw the Donphan, which is fair enough. What are they going to go into? Probably the Blastoise, if I had to guess. Blastoise comes in, so there we go. Blastoise is here. It's nice and shiny as well. Gotta love it. We go for a Will-O-Wisp and we do miss. So if this is a physical Blastoise, which I doubt it is, then we're screwed. I'm not screwed, but, we're not in the best position ever. They probably Shell Smash, though, so I'm leaning towards the Zoroark. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back into my Blastoise real quick. Shell Shocker, because Blastoise is a good answer to Blastoise in a way, because if it's special, it can't really touch me very much except for like Dark Pulse or Aura Sphere, but they probably have Ice Beam, I'd say Ice Beam, Surf, maybe Dark or Aura Sphere, and then Shell Smash. That's what I'm guessing they have. They are also White Herb, which is good to know, so their defenses are back to normal. We have to go for a Hyper Voice here, so that's exactly what I'm going to go for. They go for a Terra Blast. They got Zoroarked again. So we go for a Hyper Voice, which isn't going to do much damage. We Zoroarked them once again. Oh, this is brilliant. I love it when Zoroark gets like put works in. So we go for another Hyper Voice after we break our Sash, which is great. Sash is officially broken. We reveal we're a Zoroark. Hey, there we go. Illusion wore off. We go for a Hyper Voice. That's going to sting a little bit, not too much. And now we basically have to let Zoroark go down. So I'm going to go for a Hyper Voice once again. They go for an Ice Beam. So they have Terra Blast instead of Dark Pulse or Aura Sphere, which is good to know. But it means that our they could be Terra Blast Grass. So we need to be very careful. So I'm going to go into Gardevoir. Gardevoir is Assault Vest. I know it can take a Surf from this thing, no problem. If it's Terra Poison, I'm sure we can take a Terra Blast Poison as well. We get their Torrent, which doesn't really matter to Gardevoir. And now we just go straight for a Moonblast. I don't see any reason not to go for a Moonblast. Gardevoir actually does really well against their team. So Surf comes through. Gonna definitely not take us out, even at +2 because of our Assault Vest. We take out the Blastoise. And that is panic averted. No more Shell Smash Blastoise for them. So we weaken the Donphan, we weaken the Dodrio. They've just got the Gardevoir, Snorlax, and the Iron Jugulus. So Dodrio comes in. This thing is a menace right now. I don't really have a good switch in. I'm going to switch out. I'm going to go into Weezing. I think Weezing can take a Brave Bird from this thing. Or a Facade if they go for Facade. So I'm going to go into Greta real quick. And they go for a knockoff. So that's worked out nicely because we've already had our item knocked off. So we ain't bothered about that. Now we just have to go for a, I'd say Sludge Bomb or Fire Blast. I'd say Sludge Bomb because they might bring Gardevoir in expecting a Willow, but Sludge Bomb will KO the Dodrio, so I have no reason to burn it if I can just KO it. So they go for another knockoff. They're just going to sack off the Dodrio here. I'm guessing they're banded by the way they went for a knockoff. So we go for a Sludge Bomb. We KO that Dodrio, which is very good for us. Like I said, I'm guessing they were banded. So they probably just they didn't really want to get anything burned. So in comes Iron Jugulus, which is a good play. It's going to get that nice booster energy, I'm guessing. Yeah, booster energy it is, which is great. What's it going to boost though? Speed or special attack? Speed. So we can take a hit from this thing and go for a pain split. There is a good chance they'll go for a... I'm looking at my team and I'm thinking, I don't know what to do here. There is a good chance they go for a nasty plot. But I'm going to go for a pain split anyway. They go for a Dark Pulse. We should live this. We don't live this. We don't live that at all. So Iron Jugulus is too strong for Wheezing, unfortunately. Contrary to the last game. But now we can go into Salamence and we can start doing some work. Or we can go into Blastoise and we can start going for Shell Smashes. Shell Smash Blastoise actually finishes off their team really well. I think we go Blastoise. Let's go Blastoise. Let's go into our own Shell Shocker. The real Shell Shocker this time. Let's go for that Shell Smash, like so. And it's times like they go for a Dark Pulse, because if they flinch us, that's going to be unfortunate. We don't flinch, which is great. We get the Shell Smash off. Right, now, normally I do carry Citrus Berry on these physical Blastoise because of the Wave Crash recoil. But I ended up going for a White Herb this time. So our speed raises sharply. We get the White Herb, which is great. Boosts the defenses back to normal. And now we just go for an Ice Spinner on this thing. I don't see any reason not to. So they go for a Dark Pulse. They do outspeed us again. Oh, the crit. The crit. We know that wouldn't have KO'd as well. It would not have KO'd. It's very annoying. It's fine though. It's whatever. It is the game we play after all. So I'm pretty confident Gardevoir can take a Dark Pulse if we Terra it. Well, in general, I'm pretty confident he can take one. Don't want to risk it though. Screw it. Let's risk it for a Choco Biscuit. Let's go into our good old Gardevoir. So you can't trace Quark Drive. Not that it matters because we ain't got booster energy. So I'm going to go for a Moonblast now. And I'm really hoping they don't Terra. So they go for a Flash Cannon. I should have Terra Fired there. Should have Terra Fired. I never see Flash Cannon on Iron Jugulus. That's the thing. I never see it. So is Salamence going to be able to pull this back? That's the real question. So I'm wondering. I'm going to go into Salamence because I think Salamence can A, live a Dark Pulse. B, go for a nice and powerful Outrage. Do I want to lock myself into Outrage though? Yeah, screw it, why not? There is a Gardevoir on the field, but they go for an Air Slash, which is going to do less than 50%. We go for an Outrage. It should take care of this Iron Jugulus. It lived. It lived. Now they just have to go into Gardevoir. They withdraw the Iron Jugulus, which is great. That thing's weakened now, which is awesome. They go into Gardevoir, which is awesome. There we go. It's nice and shiny as well. We go for an Outrage. Obviously, it doesn't work, but now we can switch out. So we switch out. I don't get confused for some reason. We go Excadrill. Excadrill Iron Head this thing. They haven't really got to switch into Iron Head on Excadrill except from Snorlax and maybe Donphan. So we should be able to take out this Gardevoir here and now. So we break that mold. Float in the air with our air balloon. And now they go for a Calm Mind. Are they going to Terra with this thing? I feel like they don't want to get hit by an Iron Head. So they definitely Terra. I feel like that's what they do. So I'm going to go for an Earthquake instead. They do Terra. What type are they terroring into? Hopefully Fire to be resistant to the Iron Head. I'm hoping it's going to be Fire. Water. Even better. Well, not even better. We did make the right play by going for the EQ. That's for sure. So let's go for the EQ real quick. We go for it. There we go. Let's see how much damage it does to a Gardevoir. 50%, which is great. They go for an Aura Sphere though, which is going to nearly take us out. Not quite. Pops our air balloon though. So we're in a very good position. We're in a very good position. But it's all going to come down to Salamence. So let's go for an EQ once again. So we go for another Earthquake. That should take out the Gardevoir from there. It does. So Gardevoir goes down. They've used their Terra. So we don't have to worry about Salamence getting Terra stealed by anything, you know. So let's see how this plays out for us. In comes the Donphan. So this is actually a really good opportunity for us. So if the Ice Shard doesn't KO, which I think it does, we can get an Earthquake off on it, which would be great. And we do get the Earthquake. They don't go for the Ice Shard, so we get some clean damage off, which is great. They go for an EQ of their own. That's going to take out the extra. So I'm guessing they either don't have Ice Shard. They might have Ice Spinner over the top of it, because Ice Spinner is better in some regards. Now we can go into Salamence, and this is where we get our KO, first KO. So we're going to go Salamence. We are going to Terra Steel, so they can't out, because this could have Ice Shard still. And if for Assault Vest, they might be offensive. So I'm going to Terra Steel, and I'm going to Iron Head? Iron Head better with Terra Steel? I'm going to opt to Terra Steel and then Outrage instead. I think Outrage is a better option for us. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. There we go. Terra Steel, big axe on our head, looking like Haxorus with wings. Amazing stuff. Let's go for an Outrage, get that first Moxie boost. There we go, Outrage comes through. Boom, Donphan goes down. Hopefully they go Iron Jugulus, because if we get the Moxie, because we're going to get a Moxie boost here. I don't think a Moxie boost alone is enough to get the KO on the Snorlax. They do bring the Snorlax in now. Has this thing got Earthquake? I hope it doesn't. We're locked into Outrage anyway. It's still the best move we could go for. So let's go for it. Oh, not quite get the KO, which is unfortunate. And we get confused, which is very unfortunate. They now go for a high horsepower, which may not KO. It does KO. And that's going to be the game. So GG Cody. That was a pretty fun one. Salamence could have done it. If they didn't have high horsepower Earthquake, then we'd be alright. But unfortunately, the Snorlax did have it. Good prep right there. So GG Cody. I enjoyed that one. But anyway, here is the team. Try it out if you want to use the code at the top right corner of the screen. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you did enjoy, of course, leave a like, subscribe, all that wonderful stuff. And with that being said, I'll see you all in a bit.